Hello family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela and this channel is all about beauty, fashion, and life. Now, approximately a month and a half ago, I put a question on the community post asking you guys, would you like for me to do an all about me, just kind of Q&A session so you can get to know me a little bit better. And I got really great feedback, so I thought I'd go ahead and do that, especially since some of you are like, okay, when are you gonna let us know? We answered it. Now come on now, when you gonna do the video? So that is this video. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit about me and maybe a little bit about production and how we met, then stay tuned. Now let's get started. Before we get started, I'd like to let you all know this portion of the video is sponsored by Lilysilk. Now, Lilysilk has amazing silk products, highest quality. They sell sheets and pillowcases and clothing. This is a Lilysilk blouse here. You know, you've seen me in Lilysilk blouses several times. I also have a couple of their camisoles and a couple of their silk dresses. I absolutely love them. Now, Lilysilk is doing an international giveaway, and for my subscribers, they're going to give away two $200 vouchers to their site, which is really good. So you can get several things on their site for this $200. Now, the rules are, first, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you have to be a subscriber to my channel. The second rule is you need to follow US Lilysilk on Instagram. And finally, once you've done those two things, leave me a comment below in the comment box. Just write done. That's it. So I'll know that you've completed the subscribe to my YouTube channel and you follow US Lilysilk on Instagram. And within the next 2 weeks after this video is posted, I will announce the winners on a community post. So good luck, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow Lilysilk on Instagram. Now, let's go ahead and get started about the Q&A. So I looked through all the questions that you all submitted, and I chose, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 questions. There were a lot of duplicate questions, so hopefully I answer all of the most popular questions that you all asked. Put my glasses on and read them off here. The first question is, what makes me laugh? Oh Lord, everything. See, that makes me laugh. I laugh at anything. I think I have a joyful heart, so anything just tickles me. I just laugh at my niece Victoria says, you laugh at everything. So just anything just makes me laugh. The second question is, what do I love doing when I have free time? Ooh, honey. If I had all the free time in the world, I would spend it probably sewing. I love sewing. Now, that doesn't mean I can sew. That just means I like to do it. I can make a skirt. I made the African maps for the back of the sweatshirt, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but I really enjoy it. And I also love being outside, digging in the dirt. I love gardening. I don't have a garden, but I love planting flowers. Like all the flowers you've ever seen in any of my videos are real. I think plastic plants are a sin unless you just don't know, you just don't have a green thumb. But I love growing vegetables and just digging in the dirt. I'm just at peace with it. So I love doing that. Ooh. Next is, what are your best personality traits? I am fiercely loyal. I am, what's that? I'm trying to think of the word. I'm very generous. I don't know, what else am I?
Crazy.
Oh boy, no you didn't. I'm non-judgmental. I let people be them. You be you, and just allow me to be me. I don't judge people unless they're hurting someone else, but that's different. But I just don't judge. My close friends know, they can tell me anything and I'm just not going to judge. And I'm going to tell you the truth, but I'm not going to judge you and make you feel like a bad person. That's why I have really close, good friends. Next question is, what are your worst personality traits? Ooh, I have very little tolerance for people who are disrespectful to me or disrespectful to people, or if in the situations around me, I cannot, because I treat everyone with respect. I'm kind, I'm patient. And so when someone is disrespectful to me, my mind goes to, I just don't understand why you would say or why you would do this to me, because I didn't do anything to deserve this. So I'm really trying to understand what it is about me that makes you think what you said or what you did was okay. Like it boggles my mind sometimes. And so, I just have very little tolerance for that. No, and I also don't like, I do not like to see people being rude to someone else who's in a position where they can't defend themselves. Like, if I'm in the grocery store and somebody's being really rude or nasty to the cashier in front of me, I can't take it. Can't take it. I'm gonna say something to them. I cannot take it. I just cannot take it. I can't take it. So that is probably one of my, I guess, I don't know if that's a bad personality trait or not. Yeah, I'm not the turn the other cheek. I know the Bible says that I am, but the Lord knows me. He made me, so he knows that that's not the one right there. I'm not the turn the other cheek type of person. I try to ignore, but it's a challenge. I say I am, my personality, I am a perfect combination or middle of the road between Michelle Obama and Medea, right there in the middle, right there. Sometimes I lean more one way than I lean the other. But yeah, I'm right there in the middle between those two. You agree, honey?
Yeah, most days you start in a day.
Don't do that. So the first question is from, I think her name is Posh. I think it's P-H-O-S-H, Posh Space. And her question is, how is it like living and working overseas? Do you in production have any plans of going back to the U.S.? How often do you visit your family in the U.S.? Okay, how is it working overseas? Very different from working in the U.S. It has its pros and cons, just like everything else in the world. The first thing I learned outside of the U.S., companies really value your time off. I have approximately 52 to 56 vacation days per year. Unlike in the U.S., I think I've never seen anyone get over 3 weeks of vacation. Usually you start off with 1 week, then the more years you work, you get 2, 3 maximum. We get 52 vacation days minimum a year from day one. So that was very different than working in the U.S. And working in the U.S., everything is time is money, time is money, time is money. And they just, other countries value, it's not that they don't value time, that the pace is just a little bit different. And I've met people from all over the world. When you work outside the U.S., you work in other countries, I've met people from India, Pakistan, Philippines, Sri Lanka, UK, South Africa, like all over the world, work with these people every single day. And so you get a huge mix of cultures and you taste all these different foods. And so there are pros and cons to everything. Of course, you don't get to see your family as often, and you have to fly home. Or also get one flight home a year. So prior to the big COVID, I would fly home twice a year to see my family. So one flight was on the hospital, and then the next flight I would pay for myself. And one of the benefits of working outside of the United States, especially if you're working overseas, Europe, Middle East, that area, you're kind of not far from most of the countries that we in the U.S. want to go visit. So flights are really cheap. I think we went to go to Cairo, Egypt, We spent, I think the ticket was like, the plane flight was maybe $350, $400. And so to fly other places is not nearly as expensive as it is flying from the US. So that was good. And then you don't get as much jet lag because you're only moving 2 or 3 time zones versus if you're flying from the US, you're flying through all those time zones and jet lag is horrendous. Do you and production have plans? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. Production's last day here is August 5th. My last day here is August 11th, and we are moving back home. He would have been here right over 5 years. I would have been here 5.5 or 5 months, 5 years, 7 months by the time I leave. So yes, so this is news, everyone. So yes, we're moving back and we're moving to Texas. How often do you visit your family? So we talked about that, usually about every twice a year, but because of that, what was going on, I haven't seen my family. I haven't been home in 2 years, so I'm really excited about going home and seeing my friends. Of course, we talk to them on the phone and FaceTime and all that, but I haven't physically flown out of the country in 2 years. Production recently went home. I'll show you a video right here of him going home, of him at the airport meeting our youngest 2 children that he hadn't seen in almost 2 years, so you'll get to see that. Sarah White wants to know what my educational and professional journey is. And I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for 25 years. I went to North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. I have a bachelor's degree in nursing, a master's degree in nursing administration, and some certifications as well. My professional journey, I started out as a nursing assistant. That was the hardest work I have ever done in my entire life. And I did that for 5 years, 1 year before nursing school, and I worked as a nursing assistant for the entire 4 years of nursing school, all the time at a nursing home. So that was very challenging work. Well, not challenging, it was the hardest job I've ever had. Your relationship with your child and maybe some of your hopes and dreams for the future. I have a great relationship with my daughter. I've only birthed 1 child. I have 2 bonus children, but she and I are very close. We talk minimum 5 days a week. Most of the time it's 7 days a week, and most of the time it's twice a day. So we talk all the time. We're very, very close. She's a mommy's girl, even though she loves her daddy and she loves production too. She calls him her oak tree. But we have a very, very close relationship. We still, if you see us in the mall, we're holding hands. She's my baby. My hopes and dreams for the future. So right now we're actually building an AngelaMashelle website. So we're really excited about that. And that so that my subscribers or people who are interested in a lot of the things that I do and the clothes and things that I like, I'll have a whole website so you don't have to go to YouTube and try to look through videos to try to find what I talked about this week. I'll have different sections like my favorite things, my favorite high-end, my favorite budget-friendly. I'll constantly update the website with what's on sale. I also will have a section highlighting small businesses, entrepreneurs, or just highlighting just people I find very interesting or that are doing great things in the world, which I'm really excited about that. But so right now, for the future, we're building a website, which I'm really, really excited about. Mary Stewart wants to know, whose idea was it to start a YouTube channel? Oh, it was mine. I was on YouTube one day. I was looking, can't remember. I think I was looking for some style inspiration for something. And I went on YouTube and I was just looking through different channels, and I could not find any women over 40 doing fashion type channels. I found tons and tons of young ladies like around 25, 30 years old, and they're great channels, great channels. But I could not find anyone in my age bracket that were doing fashion type videos on YouTube. I've always loved fashion. So just like I did when I decided to go to nursing school, one day I was like, I think I want to go to nursing school. And so I told my husband, I think I want to start a YouTube channel. I can't find this, and I love fashion, so I think I want to start a YouTube channel. And so we researched and studied for, was it almost a year, honey?
Yeah.
Almost a year. He studied the technical part. I studied the actual YouTube and the fashion, how to do the videos and what people are searching for and how to find out what people are searching for and all that for a year. And then we decided our first YouTube video, we shot that in August and posted it in September. And that was the beginning of my YouTube journey, or our YouTube journey, because it's definitely been our journey. Josie Montfort wants to know about time management. She says she's a social worker and hardly have time for anything. And she wants to know how I juggle and manage working and doing YouTube. Honey, it is not easy. I know I make it look easy, but we have spent no less than the last year, almost every single weekend outside of vacations, shooting YouTube videos, because right now I still work full time, and driving to work and coming home, by the time I get home, we have maybe a 2-3 hour window. House needs to be clean, or food needs to be cooked, things need to be done. I don't have time. I do not shoot videos during the week, first of all. By the time I get home, I'm tired. My eyes gonna be red. That's not gonna look appealing. So we shoot all of our videos on the weekend. We get up early. Right now, the work week here is Sunday through Thursday. So every Friday morning, I get up early Friday morning, get my bath, and start doing my face. And while I'm doing my face, this is just gonna endure y'all's production just that much more. And I'm gonna show you some pictures too. Every Friday while I'm in there doing my 45 minutes makeup application, girl. It doesn't look like it, but yes it does. 45 minutes to try to make it look as seamless as possible. Production goes downstairs. First he makes me a cup of coffee in my Yeti cup, brings my coffee and some water. I'm pampered, I just go ahead, okay. And then 30 minutes later, he brings me up breakfast. Every Friday morning, he makes my coffee and brings me breakfast, makes me breakfast. Thank you, honey. So we haven't had much social time at all. And because of, COVID was going on and nobody was socializing, it really made it that much easier for the last year. No one was visiting us, we weren't visiting anyone else, so we had all of that time to shoot videos, and it just kind of all fell in place, and which was really beneficial for us. But yeah, we spend every weekend, if we're not traveling, shooting videos and taking pictures. Taking pictures is time consuming as well, because I have to change. I make sure everything is ironed. I have to try to figure out what the outfits are going to look like, trying to find a location to take the pictures, change clothes, and that kind of back and forth. So we're trying to grow our Instagram as well as grow our YouTube channel. So yeah, it's a rewarding full-time job. Bluebell Butterfly wants to know, I'd like to know if you enjoy traveling. If so, where have you been and where would you like to go? Your ultimate vacation. Yeah, so before coming to the Middle East, I had traveled, I did probably 3 cruises. So all of the Caribbean islands. I had been to the Philippines was in the Philippines for 2 weeks. One of my friends, Helen, I was a bridesmaid in her wedding. And outside of that, I hadn't traveled much. But since I've been here, I have traveled. My first trip was to Italy with 3 of the people that came over here at the same time I came. So I went to Rome, Italy, saw the Colosseum. It was amazing. The food was great. It was just fantastic. With production, we've been to India, We've been to Cape Town, South Africa. We've been to Johannesburg. The last place we went was Singapore and Bali. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Abu Dhabi. I've been to Egypt, Bahrain, Jordan, and my ultimate trip would be I really want to go to Nairobi, Kenya, and Uganda. That's where I want. I did want to go to see the Great Wall of China, but changed my mind because of how they treated the African exchange students when the COVID came. They were not nice to them, so I have no desire to go see that anymore. Sweet Shay wants to know, how did your interest in fashion start, and do you have any fashion icons that influence your style, and of course, how you and production met? Okay. So I've always loved fashion. I've always loved clothes. My mother is, all of my aunts actually, my aunts and on my mother's side have always, they love fashion. And then my grandmother, my father's mother, has always looked so chic in her stuff. She always had the matching hats and the skirt suits for church, and she had her gloves, and she'd have her purse, and her hair was always done. She always looked amazing. But I've always loved clothes for some reason. I don't know if it came from not having those things or not being able to afford those things, or just from being around my mother and my aunts who always loved fashion, but I just always have. I've always loved shopping. I would have loved to be a personal shopper, but I've always loved fashion. And my fashion icons are Iris Apfel, honey. Look at her. Oh my God, just every time I see her, it just makes me smile. That's what I want to look like when I get her age. She's a famous interior designer and a fashion icon. Just everything. She always has the color, and somehow she's able to put the jewelry on, like tons of it, chunky jewelry, all colors. She said she buys, some of her stuff she gets really cheap, some of it is really expensive, but she mixes them all together. And the giant glasses, like her hair is always like, I love everything about it. I just love that look. I also love Jackie Onassis' style. Her style is classic and chic and just elegant. It looks effortless, but it just is very classic, and with tailored pieces and pieces that are just stand the test of time. And third, I love Diane Carroll. Diane Carroll is elegance, just sheer elegance. Everything about her hair, the way she, how poised, how can I get it out? The way she was poised and elegant, and just her entire aura and her clothes, and she was just beautiful, just a stunning, just everything about her was just amazing. I've never seen her not look anything less than amazing. So those are my three fashion icons. Next, Ray of Light would like to know, I'd like to know your come from story. How were you raised? What's your family background? How many children do you have, and did you have challenges conceiving? Whew, let's start with that one, girl. No, absolutely not. Not at all. I got pregnant on birth control. Both sides of my family are very fertile. My grandmother on my mother's side had 16 children, and all of those children, I think except for one uncle, had multiple children. All of my cousins, except for I think one, have multiple children. So my entire family is, men and women are very, very fertile. So I had no problem with that. I was born in South Carolina, raised in North Carolina by my mother. I am one of 4 children. I am the oldest girl. And the second is my brother David, then myself, and then Larry, and then Shania. So, okay, Marilyn Williams wants to know what made me choose my profession, what made me choose nursing, and how to end up in another country, girl. I chose nursing. I was working as a nursing assistant. I just remember the whole story. I was working as a nursing assistant. And again, it was the hardest work I've ever done. Every day I worked at a nursing home. I would have 8 patients. 4 patients I would give bed baths to, so I would give them a bath in the bed, change all the linen with them still in the bed, no problem, I can do it with my eyes closed. The other 4 patients, I would have to give showers every day, so every day when I got off work, My shoes and the bottom of my pants were soaking wet every day from pushing the patients in the shower, because we had what we call shower chairs. They made a PCP pipe and a mesh lining with wheels on them. So we roll the patient, we get them out of the bed. They wouldn't have any clothes on them. We wrap them with blankets or just blanket, not a thick blanket, but a blanket, so they wouldn't be exposed, and push them into the shower. And you have to get into the shower with them because you have the showers until you get to somebody. Just get wet every day. And it was just, and then my car was old and ragged and it kept breaking down. And I was like, this is not the life. I cannot continue doing this. And I'm looking at the nurses, and they came to work with their pretty, pristine white uniforms on every day. And their uniforms were pretty and pristine, white and dry every day when they went home. And I was looking at this one particular nurse. I'm not going to say her name. I was looking at this one particular nurse, and I just remember saying, if she can do it, she can go to nursing school, then surely I can go to nursing school and pass. And that was the start of me, my journey to nursing school. My daughter's father really pushed me, because I told him I want to go to nursing. I want to go to school, nursing school. And then, because I was frustrated that day and didn't think anything else about it, but he kept bugging me about it. So I filled the application out, filled everything out, and forgot about it, and got a letter in the mail. You've been accepted to nursing school. I was like, oh, okay. And then that's how I became a nurse. How did I end up in another country? Like most women, between the ages of 40 and 50, sometimes you just need a change. You just need a change. You kind of find yourself in, I found myself in a place where I was not happy. I was in love with someone that I shouldn't have been in love with. Just gonna be open and transparent. I shouldn't have been in love with him, and I was not happy with that situation, and I was just not happy. I was exhausted and tired of, felt like I was just being pulled from every direction. I had taken care of people, other people, ever since I can remember. My mother worked very hard, so if you're my age, remember, you could leave your kids at home. Then my mother worked 2 and 3 jobs, so I kind of would be I was the oldest sister, so I was at home with my siblings and making sure so I kind of helped take care of them. And then I got pregnant at 19, so I had a baby, and so I just had always taken care of somebody else, and I was tired. I was exhausted. Physically and mentally, I was tired. I was just tired. I need a change. Lord, I need a change. I remember, Lord, I need a change. And praying about it. And then one day I was at work, Googled on the computer, nursing jobs overseas. Instantly, I saw this company popped up. I went on the website, filled out the application. They emailed me back the next day. But the entire process of getting over to the Middle East probably took about 9 months. The physical exams were extensive. They want to make sure you have nothing. I mean, chest x-ray, pap smear, the whole 9. Every physical exam you could possibly think of, I had to get. And then I received a job offer, turned my resignation in, and before that, I prayed about it. Lord, if this is not what I need to do, please let me know. Crickets. I didn't hear anything. Okay, that's my sign. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna try. I've never been over here. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Lord, I trust you. I trust that you're gonna take care of me. I trust that I'm gonna be all right. And He has not failed me. Do you understand? He has not failed me. I feel like He blessed me because I trust and had faith in Him that He was going to take care of me. I feel like I have been blessed abundantly for having faith in Him. Like abundantly. The things that I've been able to do, the places I've been able to go, the fact that I met my husband here, I think all of that was a gift from God because I trusted and believed in Him. I know that's probably not as much as you asked for, but that's the truth. Mashelle wants to know, where is my fashion expertise? Where does it stem from? Ooh, I am not an expert, but I have watched hundreds, if not thousands, of YouTube videos on fashion expertise and listen to fashion experts and just kind of got ideas. And I'm a note taker. I write notes and I listen, especially if it's something I'm interested in. I listen because I don't know it all. No one knows it all. And my motto is always, I'm a very, very good listener. I would rather listen to learn. I don't care. I can learn something from a 4-year-old, but I'm always willing to and open to learning. So that's kind of where I got my, if I have an expertise, which I feel like I don't, but I have just always loved fashion. And she also said, also, this may be me just being nosy, but I'm super curious how big your closet is. Girl. Okay, I'll give you a tour and I'll show you some of my clothes. I also have clothes in the US at home, not a lot though, but I'll show you probably 75% of the clothes that I own. Okay, all right. I know it's a lot. Okay, so this is approximately 1/3 of my clothes. All right, these are shelving units that I purchased from Amazon, the best shelving units I have found, and they have wheels on them, so I actually love it. As you can see, I have my pants or my slacks here, and I have them organized by color, and I folded them up like this so that I can make use of the space under here. These are my shorts, which I have organized by color as well. These are some jeans that I don't wear quite that often. These are jeans that I wear most of the time, and I have these folded like this so I can use that bottom shelving as well. And you can see I even have my clothes hangers organized by color. This is out of order, so that's with me. But these are my jumpsuits. These are my sets that I purchased from Anthropology, the 2 sets that everybody loves. These are some of my tops. These are my white jeans, a few shirts here. These are my blazers, and this is all of my blazers. I don't have any blazers anywhere else, but I have lots of shirts elsewhere. And I'll give you a peek into some of my dresses. Let's see how this looks first. Wait a minute, let me look first. Okay, all right, because everybody closet look like, oh, don't look up top. So this is most of my long dresses. These shirts are hanging here because I had to use my rolling rack for a video, so these don't go in here. Normally they hang, but other shirts are. So this is where my long dresses are and some of my cardigans. So sweatshirts and sweaters up top, and all of my sweaters up top, top. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. This is some of my hats. These are my shorter dresses. I don't know how that jacket got in there. Like my short dresses. This. Go here. All these are short dresses, all the way to here. And these are my longer skirts. And those are t-shirts and my black Gap, my favorite Gap t-shirts. When I told y'all how much I love these t-shirts, I was not telling the mistruth. These are, and I wear these to work a lot. So if I'm wearing scrubs, so I have the short sleeve in the front, and then I have some long sleeve as well. All of these are Gap t-shirts, my favorite Gap t-shirts, and I have just some dresses back there and some t-shirts here. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. And what's in here? Let's see how I look. Some purses. These are the rest of my blouses, and these are dresses like crisp that I would wear during holiday, like this. And I got these from Anthropology too, and they were on sale. And I bought one and fell in love with it, and the other ones I bought. I think I bought the gold one first, then I went back and bought the other two. I think they were on sale for like $40. So when I like something, I buy it in every color. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, we won't look in that drawer. This is where I have my belts. Belts, scarves, gloves, extra pocketbooks up top. Yeah, that's a lot. This is production's filming cart. All of his supplies for his cameras, microphone. That's the camera. That's lighting supplies. What is this? This is, I don't know what the,
that's a flash remote control.
Yes, all kinds of stuff. I don't know how.
It's good stuff.
I don't know how to use any of it. And not one thing on here do I know how to use. Oh, I can use this knife. And this is, what do you call this?
That's a gimbal.
A gimbal. This is if we're doing moving shots. This thing, it's not on yet. But it rotates and moves. He can stand still and it'll rotate and move. If we want to get a moving shot, don't pay any attention because we're moving now. So this is gonna look a little junky. So don't pay attention to that. The pocketbook's up there. And see, what you all don't see behind the camera is these two gigantic lights that are on me at all times for every single video, whether I'm upstairs or downstairs. These are the lights. This is huge. And we need this light because my skin is very deep and it requires all this light to make my skin look chocolate like it's supposed to. So these are the lights that we use. This is the microphone. If I'm not wearing a microphone, this is the microphone we use. This is a part of the microphone. This is the camera that we actually use for, we have two cameras. This is the camera, this is the Sony we use for video recording. This is the microphone that goes on, that I have on my shirt. This is a part of that. This is the screen that I can see how I'm looking in the video. So if I need to sit up straight. Bought production this for Christmas, honey?
Was it Christmas or my birthday last year?
I don't know, one of the two. Bought him this for that, and yeah, I think that's background. Yeah, we're selling all this. So as you can see, most of my perfumes are gone. I've already sent those home with production. So the shelves look a little different because I've sent a lot of my expensive things home already. Everything else that's really expensive, I will be taking myself in my carry-on when I go home. And yeah, like though, I'll have those on for travel. I'll put those in my carry-on. That'll be in my carry-on. That'll be in my carry-on. So this is our little filming studio we use, and my shoes are over there. That's about half of my shoes. About half of them.
It's been pretty good to us.
Yeah, I've had a lot. I have a lot more. I have about that many more shoes at home.
Somebody's spoiled.
You did it.
I'd do it again.
Okay. I think that's it. Honey?
Yep.
Okay. Next, Orlando Spencer Williams want to know, are you still a practicing nurse? Yes. Do you work full-time? For now, yes. What have you learned about yourself during your influencer journey? That my skin is thicker than I thought it was. That again, I don't have a lot of patience for people being rude or disrespectful. So I try my best to read all the comments. Yeah, every night I sit down and I take time and I read the comments. I set myself 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes it goes over. Actually, a lot of times it goes over. To read the comments and respond to as many comments as I can. And I really, really appreciate the feedback. I really, if somebody says, I really feel like you could have done this better. And I'm always receptive to that. But the comments that are disrespectful, have zero tolerance for. I've learned that I have my patience with that sort of thing as I've gotten older has gotten less and less and less. And I think most women my age will probably say the same thing. You just don't have as much patience for that sort of stuff as you might have had at 20 or 25. You kind of let things slide then. And I'll let it slide. I'll just block you. I just block. If someone's been disrespectful and just mean at saying stuff that they would never ever say to me in person, yeah, I just block them. Life is too short. It's just too short. I do this channel with the goal of helping and being a beacon of light for ladies my age, and so I can show you, girl, you still got it. This is you can just change the way you wear this and the way you do that, and it's okay. You still got it. You know, we all are growing older. Your stomach may not be flat like it used to be. It's okay. It's quite all right. Just put your wide belt on, cinch it in, and go about your business. It's okay. But I don't do that, and I know most social media people get negative. They're trolls and people just being really, really negative. And most days it never like bothers me. I don't think after I read the comment, I'm done. I don't take that in. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. But while I'm reading it though, if it's rude and disrespectful, I just block. So I've learned that I just don't have the patience for that because it's just not kind. It's just not kind. Okay, and the very last question, and what a lot of you have asked me about is, I chose this one from Olivia Berry, and Olivia said, "Hi Angela, I would love to know about you and production's love story." So I'm gonna get production to come on in over here. Okay, because he done shaved his neck, his face for y'all. Oh, honey, come on, let's do the video. Why you taking your t-shirt off? He went and took a whole shower like y'all gonna smell him or something. And I had to iron his shirt. I'm glad y'all can't smell it because he would have put some cologne on too if y'all could smell it. But so,
lies.
No, it's that lies. Come on, honey, let's talk about our love story. Look at you. This how it started right here. Is it on? This is exactly. This is how it started, right? You see this this hand on my leg. This is how it started. So I'll tell you how we met. So it's everywhere. There's a website called Internations when you're an expat in other countries that you can go onto the website and sign up, and it's a place where you can meet other people. Say if you're from you can meet other people from all over the world. But you can go on the website and you say, I'm from America. I want to. You can look up Americans or expats in that area that you're staying at. And Ben got on the website and met
Tara. Mm-hmm. Tara, dear friend. I was just looking for people to meet, that spoke English. Just trying to get out and meet people and get into the expat community instead of being stuck in the house all day. And I met Tara. She's just been a dear friend to both of us. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Hey, there's an event going to happen next weekend. Would you like to come?" And I said, "Of course. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fun. I'm just looking to meet people and get integrated." And
because you hadn't been here long.
I'd been here maybe 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I came in January and you came in June.
June or July? Was it June?
You came in June.
June? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then so I met her and I got tickets to this event, and it was an African Women's Appreciation Night.
Yes,
I remember that.
It was in August. I was cute though.
Yes, you were.
I wish I had a picture. I don't have a
attention.
picture. So the dress for women was formal. So you wear, cute formal dress, and I shopped all day long for a dress. Finally found a dress. It was on the mannequin in the store, and I had the lady take the dress off the mannequin. Literally 5 minutes from where he was living, but I didn't know it at the time. We figured that out later. Anyway, so we went to the event.
I wasn't looking for any kind of relationship. I was like her. I came to kind of get away and reset. Just a lot of things in life that I needed to just move on and kind of reset my life. I just wanted to meet friends and enjoy life, and went to the event. I brought a couple of my Army buddies who also worked over here. And I ended. What?
I came. It was because I work at the hospital. The hospital is full of women, and it was probably a group. It might have been like 15, at least 15, 20 of us. Yeah. We had tables long, and they were all sitting beside each other. It was a lot of us, and that group was so much fun. It was a lot of women.
That was a very rambunctious table.
Of course, yeah.
All that chocolate talking.
Yeah, it was, yep. It was fun too. And so Tara introduced us because she had told Ben told her that he was looking to meet some Americans because of course he was American, had just gotten here. So she introduced Ben to me at the party. She said, "This is Angela, the lady I told you about. She has other friends."
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a table full of women at all, and so I went up and introduced myself, and Tara introduced me around, and I saw Angela, and I was like, "Oh, whoa!" That little red dress she was wearing, just.
I bet I can't even fit that dress anymore.
It was just, it fit her perfectly, and what caught me the most though was her smile and her laugh. It just, you were just so full of and nasty. You and Ronnie.
No,
you guys
not did.
Terrible.
Not did.
You guys are terrible.
So Ben,
you make sailors blush.
You got me shit. No, you can't
true.
say that. No, no, you can't say that.
I'll preach it.
No, you cannot. And Ben just kind of fit right in. Everybody, he danced with everybody. Mm-hmm. It was just for like it was. Of course, it had more. The party had more women in it. Somebody sat beside me. Once they finished dancing, somebody sat beside me. It was on the other side, though, on this side. I remember you were on this side. And the whole time he's talking to me, he see this right here. He's just talking and tapping, and I'm thinking, okay. You know, some people are really expressive. They talk with their hands and stuff. So I just thought that's just the way he was he was sizing me up.
I was testing the waters.
Shame on you. I thought he was just being free. I honestly thought it was very innocent. He just talked with his hands. Some people just touch you. You know, some people just, I'm a hugger. If I meet you, girl, I'm going to hug you. And so I just assumed that he was just a talker and like to talk with his hands. And some people just touch. Mm-hmm.
I'm innocent, honey.
Ooh, not since the day you came out the birth canal. And while we were there, he was really nice. Would you like something to drink? I was like, I like some Coke, and then you talking, and would you like a snack or something? Do you remember that? Would you like a snack or something?
I did.
And then
that's how I
yeah,
learned.
you brought me some fruit, and they had mixed fruit for us to eat, and of course, watermelon is my favorite fruit. Did y'all see my watermelon mustard video? You didn't see it because it's nasty though. The mustard watermelon is nasty. Anyway, I digress. So I told him watermelon is my favorite fruit, so we ate the fruit, and then maybe a week or so later, you asked me, "Would you like for me? How did y'all remember how you put it?"
Would you like me to cook you lunch? Because we couldn't go out.
Yeah. Would you like to come to my house and I'll cook you lunch? Because that was not allowed. You were not
where we
allowed.
live is used to be very restrictive in that aspect. You couldn't socialize with members of the opposite sex
unless you were married. Or related to them. Period.
Yeah. Publicly.
Yes. Normally in the U.S., if I were at home, I would never, ever in a million years ever go to a man's house, even if he knew one of my friends. But it's different here. First of all, you have the extensive criminal background check. Extensive. So everybody got here, you didn't break any laws at home. You did all of that psychological, just extensive background check. And the laws are very, very strict here.
Penalties are very, very severe for any kind of
inappropriate
behaviors
toward women. So I didn't have any issue going on. I knew I would be safe because again, they do the extensive criminal background. Even though I did that, I still told Ronnie where I was going,
and she had met me too.
Yeah,
so
Ronnie met him the same time I met him. So Ronnie was there, so we all met at the same time. So I told her where I was going. Gave her a location to where I was going. Then when I got there, I took a picture of the back of his car. Took a picture of the tag. Did you know that?
No.
Took a picture
you never
of
told
his.
me that.
Oh boy! I took a picture of his license tag and sent it to Ronnie before I even went in the house. I sure did. So everybody knew where I was. Everybody knew who I was with. So it wasn't a problem.
Well, tell them about the risk I took.
Oh, so for that lunch date, so this is what kind of got me, just kind of warmed me over a little bit. I was like, oh. So for that lunch date, he was still cooking when I got there. And he had turned the television on. If you like to watch, you can turn the channel if you like. But while you're waiting, I remember that you like Coke because he brought me Coke at the party. We asked me if you want something to drink. I said Coke. He said, while you're waiting, I remember you like Coke, so I got some Coke. If you like some Coke, he brought me some Coke. About 10 minutes later, he still wasn't finished cooking. He said, I'm not done yet. I probably got 15, 20 more minutes. But I remember that you like watermelon because he brought me watermelon at the party. And I was like, that is very, very thoughtful. Okay, all right, he gonna put that best foot forward, okay.
That was risky.
Yeah, he gonna put that best foot forward. So he remembered that I like watermelon. So he had already cut the watermelon up and it was in the bowl. It was really nice and I thought it was very, very thoughtful and very sweet. I was like, okay, we'll see how long this lasts. But it has not stopped, as you can see by the breakfast thing.
I wouldn't leave her alone after that. I was absolutely obsessed with her.
Absolutely he pursued obsessed. Me heavily.
Relentlessly.
Yes, you did. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. That was in August, September, October. I think November you told me that you loved me. Mm-hmm. So we came home that spring to come see Mom. See his mother, introduce him to my mother, introduce me to his mother, which was really nice.
Yeah, while we were at home, I took Shadia to dinner.
Oh yeah, he took my daughter to dinner.
And asked for her blessing to ask for your hand in marriage.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell me why he wanted to take the baby out to dinner.
I think you knew.
I was one.
I
was kind of curious. She didn't say anything though. She didn't say anything.
But when she knows it.
She didn't say anything. She did.
Smiling ear to ear.
Both of y'all cried, didn't you?
No.
Are you telling the truth?
No.
I know she cried. You cried too. And you told your mother?
Yeah, I told Mom. I didn't tell anybody else. And then, so later on that year, we went to Jordan. Well, when did we go to Jordan?
It was in August.
In August, we went to Jordan. And we took about 10 days, 9 days. And went all through Jordan. It's an amazing country, beautiful.
So if you ever had a chance to go, it has the lost city
of Petra.
It is
unbelievable.
It's fascinating.
The Dead Sea. We did all of that. We saw a bunch of, like biblical history happened there. Like that's where it all happened.
It was amazing. Like literally, I cannot swim. The Dead Sea, it has so much salt in it, you just float. So I think I'll try to find a video of me.
Yeah, we got some videos and pictures.
And Dead Sea mud, which is really supposed to be really, really good for your skin. And
we got some good pictures of that.
Yeah, Jordan was amazing.
We went to Petra, and I had been planning this for months. We went to Petra. I had a ring already hidden, and she almost found the ring. I think you found it.
I didn't find.
Are you lying to me?
I didn't find it.
You'll lie to me to the day we die, huh?
I didn't find it, honey.
Okay, good.
I was digging. I was in your bag because you hadn't put it something, or I was trying to put something in your bag.
Looking for something. You were trying to help pack
and you came
up.
out the bathroom. You'd be like, oh. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, get out of there.
Oh, okay.
But she almost found the ring, and that was the actual day that I was planning on proposing because we were going to Petra that day. And if you don't know Petra, if you've seen the Indiana Jones movies, The Last Crusade, it's this city carved out of rocks, and it's for real. Like it is the most incredibly massive stretch, 12-mile stretch of these incredible structures carved straight out of the rock. And I went there.
They have this place they call the Treasury, which is fascinating because you can see it's I don't know how many.
100 feet tall, maybe.
More. But it's only half of it is dug. They dug it out of the sand, so they had this place over the front where you can see what was buried under sand. So they were digging the sand out, and so I was looking over the rail. I was like, "Oh my God, this is fascinating!" It's still like 5 floors down. You can, hey, come see this. He ain't answering me. Come see this. He ain't say nothing, and I turned around. And he was on one knee. He was on one knee. He was ah! So I was totally not expecting it. We had talked about it, but I wasn't.
We knew it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah, but I had no clue it was going to happen. None, zero. I was completely clueless. So we had a tour guide the whole time we were in Jordan. And he was supposed to be videotaping the whole time, but he didn't capture the exact moment. So
he was busy talking. He got a little bit of it,
after we paid him all that money. He did capture right after I said yes, so we got a little bit of the footage.
Yeah.
Huh? Very nice couple. Look nice in your hand. Lucky you. Both you are lucky. عباك نبيع له يشتري هذا. سمير بعقل. ما معي فؤاد مع سواح ما يشتري. والله ما معي. الحين خلك شويه خل اشوف حسب دقيقه مع سواح والله. هاي ست ناقه والله. ما استنى بدها تنقص ران باك خليني ابيعها واعطيك.
So that's our love story. And
well, interesting fact how we got married though. So we wanted to get married and we wanted to have a nice big wedding at home, but the schedule and just life was just not working right. It just kind of prevented that.
The only state.
Yeah, so Montana is the only state now that allows proxy marriage, and proxy marriage is where you have someone stand in for you with the justice of the peace, and so. We were able to do that.
Went online, filled out the marriage applications.
Pay the money, and
went to the embassy and had it notarized at the U.S. Embassy.
Pay the money, yep.
And you mailed.
A couple weeks later.
Snail mailed that to the lawyer's office, and then he and the married couple went to the courthouse.
Yep.
And signed under our names.
Yeah, as standing in proxy for us. So it's a very unique way to get married, and it's very few people that are able to do that now.
Yeah, so we found out on email that we were married. Yeah, that's how we found out.
On November
we were married.
the what? What day was it, honey?
3rd?
No, honey. No. Every time. See, the roles are reversed. Usually the guys get in trouble.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't there at the altar. If I had actually walked to the altar, I should be, but I'm flawed. November the 2nd, we found out that we were married. Did we find out on that? Yeah, we found out on November the 2nd that we were married. And so we sat on the floor.
No. We found out on the 14th or the 10th. It was the 10th that we found out we were married. And it was effective on the 2nd. Yes.
So we sat down on the floor in the living room and said our vows to one another. It was the three of us: Benjamin, myself, and the Lord. And was it? We've been married ever since.
We've been married ever since.
We've been married ever since. So
it's been a journey.
Great 3.5 years.
It's been amazing.
Yeah. That's our story. That's it, family. I really hope you enjoyed my video. I know it might have gotten a little long, but I really felt like we were just sitting in the living room talking to friends, and it just got really comfortable. I really appreciate you spending some of your valuable time with us, because it's always, I actually say me, but it's always us every time I shoot a video. And we want you to have a blessed day. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.